Al Roker and Craig Melvin were on the Today Show this week, discussing the recent NCAA basketball tournament. They spoke about the current teams with co-star Dylan Dreyer, and Al mentioned that Craig was at the games with his family. This was no surprise as Craig has always been a great basketball fan, and March Madness has always meant a lot to him. However, when Craig related a story about him being there with his family, Al took the time to poke fun at his friend and co-host. Here is what Al said to Craig about the tournament and why it was funny to the beloved weatherman. Craig Melvin is made fun of by Al Roker on the Today Show. On the Today Show, Dylan Dreyer was discussing the NCAA March Madness tournament with Al Roker and Craig Melvin. Speaking of this year's tournament, Al claimed to have heard that the Melvins were there. Craig acknowledged that he was present and that it was a significant occasion for him and his family. Lindsay and Delano had a late night last night as well. They stayed for both games. Craig said. His alma mater, Wofford College, made it into the tournament this year when they won the Southern Conference. However, Craig then said they were there for both games, and that meant a late night for his son. He was a little sleepy this morning on his way to school, Craig said. That was the deal. You can go, you can see them play, but you got to go to school. But I'm sure he'll be sleeping by lunch. That is when Al Roker threw his shade at Craig Melvin on the Today Show. Just like Dad, Al said about being asleep before lunch. Craig just laughed at the response and said, facts. Dylan even chimed in and said, like father, like son. Al Roker calls out Craig Melvin for off-air comments on the Today Show. Al Roker also called out Craig Melvin last week on the Today Show concerning the NCAA March Madness tournament. Craig seemed to have no faith in his Wofford having a chance in the tournament. Wofford entered the tournament as a 15th seed, the lowest is 16th. They faced the second-seeded Tennessee. It was a tough matchup, but Melvin wasn't happy to hear Al making their conversation public. When we were off the air you said they were probably going to lose, Al told his friend and co-host. This caused Craig to call out Al for revealing his off-air prediction for his own school's team. Of course, Craig was correct as Wofford lost to Tennessee, 77-62. It was nothing to be embarrassed by, though. Tennessee has made it to the Elite Eight, where they play number 1 seed Houston. What are your thoughts on Al Roker and Craig Melvin's fun back and forth when it comes to their work on the Today Show? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.